Hello, Gemini. Welcome back to Intuitive Insights with Willow. Here is where I always wish you peace and the understanding that life is always happening for you, not to you. So, this video is for third deacon Geminis. And in honor of Mercury retrograding in Leo, it is a love reading. All right. It's to see who coming back. It could tell us who's coming back and also who you're dealing with now. All right. But it's about love. Okay. Page of Swords, you can be dealing with an air sign like yourself. For this card here represents Gemini to me for some reason. Gemini and Aquarius. It does embody all the air signs, which is Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. But for me, it has largely been Gemini or Aquarius. All right. We're going to see more into this. You could be dealing with someone that is younger than you are. This could be in the matters of not like romanticized love, but it could be pages do represent children, like a purest form of action, research in the direction of your desires in this learning, mental growth. Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. All right. So you could be dealing with an individual who has had a great challenge and trying to balance, actually kind of coming out their shell, trying to accept that this is a connection that is for you and I. You could be dealing with an air sign that was wounded, like have young trauma wounds. So they're always on the defensive. With the Seven of Wands and then the Two and the Three of Pentacles, I'm looking at Five Pentacles. But it's a person that's trying to understand that you're not against me, you're with me. Like, we are in this together. It's someone that's having a hard time learning to put their guard down, to trust and understand that all relationships are based on two parties, and it's heavily based on the boundaries that you set for yourself and the expectations that you have on people. You learn don't have any. We don't have expectations on anything, everything works out for you. That's why I learned. You don't get your feelings hurt, you don't be hurting. Some things, like you set up certain stuff, you expect it to work out in your favor. It does hurt when it's a flop. It hurts when you put yourself out there and you're not embraced the way that you desire to be embraced. But this is that person. It's like stoop kid getting off the stoop. Hey Arnold, having a girlfriend too. Who was that? Oh, I saw a glimpse and I can't even remember it now. Oh, that's Eminem. That video with Eminem when he's at the table and he's eating that bowl of cereal that has bleach in it. That's it. Like this, you're dealing with a wounded air sign that its own parents never even gave gave him love, gave her love, because it's not giving me male or female, but never gave them, or I should say masculine or feminine, yin or yang energy. It never gave them. They don't know what it's like to feel safe around anyone. They don't know what it's like to have someone to have your back and actually have your best interests at hand. Oh my God. I wonder if you guys can hear that because this happened in a Taurus video. Is it what? Oh my God, 23. Okay, what do they desire in this connection? Six of Swords. Okay, giving me the energy of new beginning. No more conflict. But we're going to clarify, of course. Oh my God. It did this, but what was nice is that it did it between the videos, so I didn't have it like recording. I wonder if you can hear it. And our houses are like so close. Crazy things happen. Let's clarify the Six of Swords. Five of Pentacles, King of Cups, King of Wands. Yeah, you're dealing with an individual who probably experienced um is it just me or it's getting like wait a minute. Louder, hold on. And the car was actually my car. My husband is doing his thing on the computer. Generally, he empties his pockets out, and I'm like, damn, that is really freaking loud. And I just look, and in my garage, I can see the red flicking. Oh my god, it was mine. I was all the way at the front looking, trying to see what car was that. So yeah, he was moving around. Oh my god, that is so funny. I'm like, I am that neighbor that will go and knock on your door and just like, hey, at a car next door that their car was actually broken. So anytime they wanted to like use their car, the panic button just went off like crazy. Oh, it drove all of us mad. We were so happy when they moved. Like everyone was like, "Oh, I got some good sleep last night," because they were like night owls too. So they partied at night, and they're using your car. I don't know why they was using it, but it was constantly going off at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, midnight. It was crazy. Okay, digressing. So you're doing the Six of Swords. This person wants this new beginning. Your individual wants to move forward and be happy. Um, I think I'm dealing with a wounded masculine because you got the King of Cups and the King of Wands next to. Did I even show you the cards? Doesn't matter. Do it again. Um, they don't know how to love because they never had love, and they never had someone around to show them or even an example of a relationship and how it actually works. You're not dealing with someone who's well versed in like rom-coms or that read like love interest books. It gives me a gory feeling. So this is a person that probably loves horror. Like they love extraterrestrial, like sci-fi is their thing. They're not one that's actually like you know emotional in a sense of that. I think you two have like a common ground with like comic books. You might enjoy that. You may enjoy like action films, but it gives me a feeling like they tend to stay away from that. It's more of horror films. That's what they're into, horror, because it doesn't really have the googly, the that kind of vibe to it. That's foreign to them. They don't know what that is. You got an individual that's kind of like stoic. Like they can think about what they think it is, but you've taken them out of pretending. Like you've made this person really feel. And I think it makes them feel weird inside because they want to be enough for you. They want to learn how to have a successful relationship and build. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's that's kind of sad when you think about it, but it does happen in this world. This world is interesting. Everybody has their own challenges and everyone has a story. I don't care if they family invented the Crayola. Everyone has a story. Everyone. The outcome between the two of you, I think you know this with them. I don't think they've opened up necessarily with you about their life before you. It's actually giving me you stir up those emotions in them. Look at that, Page of Cups. Seven of Swords. This is an individual, Wheel of Fortune, and the World. Then you got the Two of Cups. and the sun. Okay, look, check this out. So your individual don't really revisit their past. They don't really talk about it. And it's not like because they choose not to, it it it's like a foreign language to them. They don't, all they know is moving forward. All they know is where they are now. The image I got was this episode in Criminal Minds when they're on top of this roof, and this man actually had multiple personalities and he didn't even know it. He was doing things in one personality and he didn't even know it. I ain't watched Criminal Minds in forever, and I can't even tell you what season or episode this is. What I do know is that the person, when they finally found out, he was actually the one that was committing these crimes at that time and looked totally different, make makeup different and all that other good, other good stuff, good jam to cloak, to take on the identity of this person. Do you see what I'm saying? Of that personality. Because it was still him, the person, but it was a different personality. So, what I'm saying to you is, I think your individual, I didn't clarify the page cups, but I think your individual is protected. Like part of their memory has been guarded off with them, but loving you, connecting with you, and having this joyful experience with you is slowly leaking these wounds out for them. And it's given them the opportunity to process them. You'll be there to help them process. For stuff like that, for trauma like that, I mean, it takes a lot of work. And Gemini, you seem to be well versed in this for this air sign. So you probably can relate to this as well. They don't know what's going on. They're extremely overstimulated. But what they do know is that they want you. They want to be with you. Um, yeah, I think this is a friend. Beginning with the page and ending with the page. I think this is a friend that's been like really watching you. And they just love the connection with you and they realize I want this forever. How do I go about that type thing? Oof, look at that. Ending with Gemini energy. You got the Magician at the bottom of the deck, and you also got the Seven of Swords. That's Aquarius, but still air energy. Didn't I say that the Page of Swords make me think about it only brings to me Gemini and Aquarius. I don't get Venus energy from it, but I can't sit up there and say Libra's not there. That's it's ridiculous. I can't do that. But Page of Cups as the outcome. There is potential for this connection. It's clarified with the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Three of Cups. Okay. So there is some solid emotion here between the two of you. Um, I think you feel the same way with them, especially with me looking at with them all together. Six Cups. This bond between the two of you is really strong. Gave me this scene from who's the characters? What are their names? I can't remember, but the show From, the mom and the dad. So they had a beautiful connection between the two of them. And it was worth clinging to, but did lead them, well, they was meant to go there anyways. If this is a show, if you haven't seen the show, I'm not gonna take your time up about it, but the connection between the two of them was like we always said that we will always be friends. So their friendship was actually holding their like the glue to their marriage. It wasn't their kids, it wasn't finances, it was that friendship that they had that kept them going. um yeah, there's great potential in this connection. If you want to know how things would turn out if you guys flipped it from friends to something more serious, I yeah, you guys are going to make this more Um, because the potential for success is so high and the opportunity for growth between the two of you is so high, and they want that too. No, I wouldn't make the first move. If you're wondering, should I approach them or say something about it? Nah, let them say something. Let them come to you about it. Having the magician and the seven of swords. Now, this is an interesting combination because the magician, the magician, he's like the alchemist. This is someone, yeah, that is it. This is someone who has tried or attempted to run from this connection or like just put it on the back burner like it's nothing, and it hasn't been a success for them. So now they're trying to figure out why. If they're everything I desire, and I can imagine, like, you two don't go a day without talking to each other. You don't go a day without hanging around one another. That's why I said it's like you two are like best friends, like thick as thieves. Where do we get that saying from? I should look that up. Where did that idiom come from? But anyways, instead of running from you, now they're running to you. But it's their energy is really weird because they're still trying to process like all of this. But what is certain is that they want to create a foundation with you that's more than just friends. And they want to bestow their love to you. It's like maybe this person has never even said, like, I love you. You know what I mean? And actually meant it. They could cover themselves up and kind of come off narcissistic, like center of attention, like Tony Hawk vibe. But really, you make them feel genuine love. You make them feel, oh my god, that's what it is. You make them feel, you know what I mean? All right, that's what I got for you because now I'm just looping around. That is what I got for you, Gemini. It was a pleasure reading for you. I appreciate your time and your attention. If this video resonated with you, give your girl a like. Also, if you like this kind of content, subscribe to my channel. I love to have you. Know that no matter what hand you are dealt in a day, you got it regardless. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.